if you have never heard of this before about audience exclusion, I really want to bring this up to you. If this is the first time you hear this, it's so important for a few reasons. First, audience exclusion must be applied at the top of funnel campaign because we want to make sure that our top of funnel campaign are always reaching new audiences. You see, the whole point of top of funnel is to constantly reach new audience. And then, it's about the number game, right? We want to reach as many people as possible so that from there we are able to bring people into our universe, and the retargeting ads will be retargeting them and stuff like that, right? So that's the first thing. Audience exclusion must be applied at the top of funnels because you want to make sure that you constantly, you are able to reach more new people, especially if you have multiple top of funnel campaign or ad sets. So that's even more important because we want to make sure that we are not repeating too much among our audiences, as in like, when the frequency and when the frequency is really high, it's going to be hurting your budget as well. And it hurts your CPM because overall, when they see your ads too many times, they get bored of it. They would they will affect the CTR and stuff like that, which these are all not good things to your campaign performance, right? So that's the first part. Now, the other part is you want to apply exclusion at your retargeting campaign as well, because those people who have converted should be out, should not be seeing the same ad. So when you're able to, you can actually go to my YouTube channel and search for the two-step funnel, which is my Facebook ads funnel, where I explain in detail about how to build an evergreen campaign where the top of funnel can constantly bring in new people and the retargeting would all constantly push out. So it become a constantly flowing, flow of the audiences where it makes sure that your campaign can continue to run for long run. So when it comes to when it comes to audience exclusion, what is the advisable number of days for retention? We usually go for the optimum duration. So it really depends on the business. Like for example, if you're doing e-commerce, all right, for e-commerce, we usually, you may not have the need right now, but maybe 1 or 2 months down the road, you may have this need. So we want our ads to kind of able to circle back to our target audience, every 1 or 2 months. So for that, right, we will use a 30 days to 60 days exclusion, as in we will create, an audience of people who have engaged or clicked on the ad or visited our website in the last 30 days or up to 60 days to be excluded at the top of funnel. That makes sure that we are constantly getting new people. But to a certain extent, we can still go back to the audience after 1 or 2 months, which is important because, like I said, it really depends on what you sell. You may circle back to this audience. It even comes to lead generation. It makes sense as well because let's say if you're selling property, for example, I may not have the need to buy property right now, but maybe 2 to 3 months down the road, I may have it. So circling back to me can bring you benefit of maybe touch base back with these audiences when potentially you can convert them. So yeah, so that's the one part. Now, when it comes to exclusion at the retargeting level, it also really depends on your business as well. Like for example, for lead gen, we usually go for the longest duration. Let's say if you're doing lead form, then it's 90 days. Let's say if you're going for website, as in the website lead generation, usually you can go up to 180 days. The reason why we do that is once we gotten the lead, the phone number and everything, we already have a way of contacting each other. And of course, I always encourage lead gen businesses to build a nurturing sequence or a practice. Because these people come in, you have already generated the email or phone number once, right? I always recommend to have a plan to continuously get in touch with them, and hopefully we're able to convert them whenever they are ready. Now, when it comes to e-commerce, then we probably want to exclude for just at least 30 to 60 days. It really depends on what you sell. Let's say if you're selling something that is fast-moving consumer goods, then you probably want to revisit every 3 to 6 months. 1 or 2 months. So that is beneficial. So it's really depend on your business and the structure or the campaign strategy that you have for your campaign. But those are my takes when it comes to the the exclusion part. That's why it's really important for you to understand how to build an optimized strategy for your campaign, whereby how do we strategize for the top of funnel, how many ads we should go out, and what are the messages or hooks that we're going to use, and what are the exclusion. And when it comes to retargeting, what are the retargeting journey that we are building for them? Like for example, some of my clients has got multiple retargeting ads. Like let's say one of my clients who is in e-commerce, they sell fast moving consumer good. We don't just retarget for the next, let's say if you visit the website, we will retarget you for 7 days. If you buy, good. If you don't, then we will push you out. But we will have a long retargeting, like every month we will revisit those people who have purchased, because it's time for them to restock. And then another 2 months, and we will stop for another month. And on the third month, we might come back to them again. So that's the structure that you can even build. It really depends on our business, yes, definitely. So those are the things that we can do. So just in case if you need help, you want me to come in and strategize your campaign and to set it up the structure for you, with you, you can scan this QR code where we can, like I would design a strategy over email. We would communicate, and after that, we will have a one-on-one Zoom call, 60 minutes to set up the campaign together. So we can have discussion. Everything is going to be recorded. So it's going to be fun. So yeah, if you want to take away all the guesswork, you just want me to come in and design a strategy and set it up with you, for you, scan this QR code, and I look forward to work with you.